Hello everyone, welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. At this channel we discuss dating advice for mature women. Keep in mind I am on this journey with you. I share with you my real life date experiences as I journey toward marriage. Today is episode 3 review. My review of episode 3 of The Later Daters. This time we're focusing on Lori, Anise, and Pam, and a little bit with Suzanne and Avery. I have my notes here. So Lori is a very attractive, I really think she's pretty woman who has a lot of dense male energy. And she is attached to a pair of glasses. She says that it's her brand. So Lori is 57 years old. She has 2 adult children, and it appears her son is still in college. And she has 2 jobs. She has a day job as I don't know what she calls herself, student engagement coach / behavior coach for a school district. That's her day job for a school district. So can you imagine for a school district? So I'm thinking maybe she does policy for student behavior. It just sounds like a really big responsibility. And I think she said for a school district. And at night, she is a celebrity media correspondent for ATL Plus magazines. And she is known in that setting as Rich Auntie Lori. So Lori has this gray pixie short that I think she should grow out longer. Have a longer pixie. So I'm not saying she needs to grow her hair like to her shoulder or anything. Have a longer pixie so that in one of the segments, she has her front of her pixie. She was wearing it like down close to her scalp. And then I guess the stylist for the show had it like sticking up in the front. And she had on her black glasses. And she says that's her brand. Her glasses are her brand. And I think even companies rebrand themselves. I remember Target, before Target had the red circle, like a target for a bow and arrow. I remember Target before it had that logo. So Target rebranded itself to that logo. I remember Nike before it had Just Do It. So companies rebrand themselves all the time. And so Lori should look at it that way, that removing her glasses, maybe growing her hair a little bit longer so she has more of a swoop, side edges, just soften the look as a rebranding. Simple as that. It's just a rebranding. She's a brand. She's a company unto herself. So rebrand yourself. You can go by little increments. And if she doesn't want to rebrand herself by, taking off the glasses, maybe she doesn't have to wear them when she goes on dates. So, when she's out and about doing her celebrity thing and at the school district thing, she can wear her glasses. And then when she goes on dates, she takes them off. And so the person can see her eyes, really. And she looks good in them, but it's just overpowering her face. And so Logan, the dating coach, said that one of the problems with older women is that they have a wall up and they are stuck in their ways. She was polite about it, but we have a reputation for being stuck in our ways. And it's not a good reputation, to be honest. And it contributes, I think, a little bit to men wanting to date women younger than themselves, because we're angry, we're bitter, we have a lot of baggage, we're not light, we're not fun, we don't want to do anything different. We want partnership, but we don't want to do anything different. And that's the thing about this show. And, maybe there's a season 2 coming and we can see the evolution of people. But, the first 3 episodes, everybody's attached to what they want. Well, they're not willing to change. So I shouldn't say every one of the contestants, because Suzanne is willing to change. Pam, it just seems like Lori is the staunch one that she's unwilling to change. And what's her name? Anise, she seems to be willing to change. She has like a guard up, so does Lori. And I think both of them suffer from the strong black woman syndrome. The strong black woman syndrome. Even Logan, when she was giving her opinion of Lori's energy, she said she and the glasses made her have this "don't mess with me" mask. Don't mess with me. So to me, that's really code for unknown to Lori. To me, she's just saying, you have this strong black woman thing going on and nobody can get past it. And so when you have a dating coach at your disposal, I feel like you should just be open to all the things that they're suggesting, because apparently it's not working your way. The way that you're doing it is not working. And Lori said she has a stunning face. I mean, she said she's stunning. That's what she said. She said she's stunning. Her face is pretty, but you can't get past the glasses. But Lori wants to hold on to those glasses, so that's her thing. So then Logan, the dating coach, said that Lori should tell Felton, the guy she has a crush on, who has friend zoned her. And she said she's always friend zoned. And so the coach is asked her, are the men friend zoning you, or are you friend zoning yourself? Because there's a difference, I believe. If they're friend zoning her, they're not attracted to her. And part of it could be her energy. She's very masculine and dense in energy. Or they're just not interested in her. So it has nothing to do with her energy. She's just not their type. So, but I feel like she shouldn't say anything to Felton. She should just move on with her feelings and work on her own feelings by herself and leave Felton in the friend zone. Because if Felton really was interested in her in a romantic way, he would have made his move already. He would have made it known. She doesn't have to go ask him about it or tell him her feelings about it, because that's masculine. Again, that's still masculine. And so the dating coach, given her age, she looks like she's in her late 20s, but she could be late 20s to mid 30s or late 30s. And she looks like she might be having a baby too, but just by the dresses that she's wearing, early stages of pregnancy. That's the way it looks. It doesn't have to be, allegedly. And all of this is for fun and entertainment. It's not to, bash anyone or anything like that. It's just for fun and entertainment. So I wouldn't tell Felton anything. I would just deal with my feelings. And if Felton really felt any kind of way, romantic way toward Lori, he would have said it already and made his move, but he doesn't. He didn't. And she had the conversation with him. He just wanted them to remain friends. And so I think if Lori, let her hair grow a little bit longer in terms of a pixie, took off those glasses, wore makeup, and she has a beautiful smile. I mean, she's just a beautiful woman. And so the attachment to the glasses, I think, runs deeper than it being a brand, because she can take off the glasses when she is in her personal life. She doesn't have to wear the glasses all the time. Plus, that style of eyeglass recently came out as trending or fashionable. So I'm not even sure if she's been wearing that type of eyeglasses for years, or is that something she started since it became popular to do? But I think deep down there's some insecurity about not wearing the glasses, because I just don't understand how it's so someone is so attached to it, and it is unwilling to leave them at home when you go on a date. So when you're doing your job stuff, celebrity stuff, okay, but you're not doing, she said she does a celebrity things 3 times a week. So I don't know. I think insecurity is really the issue. Okay. And it's not like she's been asked to color her hair, grow it longer, lose weight, anything that's physically attached to her body, like her hair, lose weight. What else did I say? Grow her hair, color her hair, grow it longer. None of that is the dating coach asking her to do. She's just saying, take off the glasses. So anyway, I belabored that point. Moving on. I think this was funny when Lori asked her son, would you date me? And he said, no, because you're too dominating. But before she asked the question, she asked him to get some salt or pepper or something for her. And she said, please get the salt and pepper, please, and pull up your pants. I don't like that look anyway. I agree with her on that. But the way she said it, get the salt and pepper, like he knew not to buck her. He better get up and get the salt and pepper for her. Then when he sat down, she said, would you date me? And he said, no, you're too you're too dominating. And then he said, he said something else. Oh man, I wrote it down. He said something else. Oh, she was issuing directives. Get the salt and pepper for me, pull up your pants. And then she said, would you date me? And he was like, no, you're too dominating. And then she said, chew your food and answer the question. Before she asked, would you date me? She said, chew your food and answer the question. I was like, whoa. She's issuing those directives. So she is self-aware. Lori is self-aware. She says, I need to work on being more feminine. And that is it. This other thing that I realized too is that there's a point in episode 3 where they're focusing on Lori and she's driving in her car. And her hand, and the camera focuses on a hand on the steering wheel of the car. I thought the hand belonged to a man because I think she had on a denim shirt and the sleeve was rolled up, like cuffed a couple of times, rolled once or twice. Well, it wasn't once because there was the cuff, then there was another roll and another roll, so that the sleeve cuffed up looked like it came to here. So it was, rolled up. It was a denim shirt, I think. And then she had on a watch. And I think it was her right hand. This is my right hand. So the sleeve was rolled up to this length and her hand was on the steering wheel and she had on a watch. And I thought by the watch was kind of big. The band was wide. By the watch and the sleeve being rolled up on the denim shirt, I thought the camera was focusing on a man's arm and hand. And it ended up being Lori's. So, she likes to wear the collared shirts and things like that. And, it looked to be on an off day, like she wasn't working or anything. But that's just all of that masculine energy just carries over into everything. And I know because I used to be that way. So I know about that. Yes. Okay, so that is Lori. And Pam kisses a guy. Pam kisses Paul on the lips, and he's completely taken aback by it. It surprised me too when I saw it. I was like, whoa. And poor Paul was like, well, okay. And so Pam reminds me, like I said before, for entertainment purposes, Pam to me is a little bit rough around the edges. And her doing that move just said thirsty, desperate. Yeah. Sort of like how a puppy is, just very playful and just want to hog all your attention and zap you of energy, sort of like that. So I was like, oh no, Pam, we don't do that. We don't do that. So now we're going to Suzanne and Avery. Frank was Suzanne's first date. She's a lady with the long white hair. And so she went on a date with Avery, who she liked, and Avery likes her. So Avery calls Suzanne for a second date. And I love the way Suzanne answered the phone. She was very upbeat. Hello, hi, Avery. And then she paused. After the salutations and the greetings going back and forth, she paused and waited for Avery to say whatever he called to say. I love that. Suzanne has a lot of confidence and she knows how to date. She's feminine, she's fun, she's light, and she looks older than her age, but she has a lightness about her. She's fun, and the men love it. They think she's beautiful. So that lets me know, before I jump to that, so she paused and she waited for Avery to ask her on a date. Then he said he wanted to see her again, and then what was she doing Saturday? And she paused. Maybe 1 or 2 seconds, she paused and she said, well, the Bulldogs are playing and I really don't know if I can. And Avery immediately jumped in and said, well, I think we can take care of that. I'm sure we can put our heads together to come up with something. And Avery ends up going to the Bulldogs game with Suzanne because that's what Suzanne likes and that's what Suzanne does. And he wants to go on a second date with Suzanne, and he realizes if I want to see her again on Saturday, I got to go to the Bulldogs game even though I'm an Alabama fan. That's what men do when they want us and want to be in our company. So I think that's it for me. It's 18 minutes. I think this might be the longest video I've ever done. And so episode 3 closes out with Anise and Bill. Bill is a 55-year-old white man and Anise is 62. So she must have told the producers of The Later Daters that she doesn't mind dating younger men in their 50s. So I like the way Bill, he said that Anise was well-dressed and confident. And he had this way of saying, I have a very serious question to ask you. I hope the answer is something I can consider or something along those lines. But he prefaced the question by making it sound really, really serious. And he had her complete attention. And then he said, where do you stand on wearing white after Labor Day? And Anise was like, whew, is that all? So I thought that was cute of him to do. And he said that he only dates black women. Only dates black women. So I'll leave you there because that's where episode 3 ended. And that's my review, a take on The Later Daters, episode 3. And I will see you in Atlanta on Saturday, February 15th at my coffee social for singles 50 and older. Stay tuned for more details. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.